So let me set the stage for all of you. It is 2009. Currently, these are the fastest and most technologically advanced superbikes on the market. The brand new Honda Fireblade, the brand new R1 with its newly designed cross-plane crank engine, Kawasaki with their track-proven Ninja ZX-10R, and Suzuki with their beloved GSX-R 1000. And then, out of nowhere, BMW comes into the picture, releasing their first and only superbike they've ever made, and they called it the S1000 Double R, which totally changed the game forever. BMW's S1000 Double R was their introduction into the superbike class. With a 999cc inline-4 with its class-leading 193 brake horsepower at 13,000 RPM and a curb weight of 449 pounds. The S1000 Double R had the best power-to-weight ratio of any of the other inline-4 superbikes at that time. And with a 2.7 second 0 to 60 time and a 9.9 second quarter-mile time and a limited top speed of 186 miles per hour, the S1000 Double R brought a whole new meaning to what fast was known to be. But this bike wasn't just a lightweight, powerful superbike. No, this bike was the most technologically advanced superbike in the world, with standard ABS and a new dynamic traction control system, which made the S1000 Double R the first street-legal superbike in the world to have a dynamic traction control system. In addition to that, it also had rider modes for wet, sport, and race, and an optional quick shifter, which was another first for street-legal superbikes at this time. Now, so that's all the performance and specs for this bike, but with all of that aside, we just need to take a moment and look at the aesthetics of the bike. The S1000 Double R featured very unique and strange designs, with asymmetrical bodywork and distinguishing crazy eyes, along with shark gills in the side. The pointed taillight and all the cuts and lines make this an extremely aggressive looking superbike, and although it is an extremely daring design, you must admit that there is something attractive about the asymmetry featured on this bike. It's safe to say that the new S1000 Double R made the biggest splash in 2009 and set a whole new standard as what top-of-the-line performance should look like. And over the years, the S1000 Double R remained largely unchanged, until 2012 came around when major improvements were made. These improvements included a new tachometer, new throttle body maps, along with a shorter and lighter throttle tube, which means you can go full throttle with less of a twist in your wrist. The ram air intake is now 20% bigger, and the catalytic converters removed from the heads up towards the muffler. This allowed the oil sump heat shield to be removed, which in turn saved a little bit of weight. In addition to that, BMW updated their now famed DTC system by updating the butterfly operation for when a wheelie is detected. This update allowed the intervention to be less violent and more smooth. The geometry also changed with the bike by lowering the front suspension and raising the rear suspension as well as a shortened wheelbase. The suspension also was updated with now independent compression and rebound adjustments. BMW also added in a 10-way adjustable steering damper. There were also some minor cosmetic changes, most notably updated heel plates, a slimmer tail section, reshaped side panels, and plastic winglets, which are said to help improve high-speed aerodynamics. And in 2013, we saw the release of the very first race-focused version of the S1000 Double R, known to us as the HP4. This new bike, titled the HP4, was fitted with a dynamic damping control system that updates and makes changes to the suspension every 11 milliseconds, responding to various sensors as well as the throttle input, and it is adjustable on the fly. The HP4 had upgraded Brembo monoblock brake calipers. Also, the rider modes of the HP4 differ slightly from the standard bike, in that it allows for the whole 193 horsepower to be accessed in all 4 modes. The HP4 also introduced combined braking, meaning that in all modes except for slick, the back brake is automatically applied when the rider applies the front brake. The HP4 was offered in multiple race kit packages, ranging from the stock claimed 193 horsepower of the S1000 Double R all the way up to a claimed 212 horsepower. The 2013 HP4 was also equipped with more electronic features, such as launch control and pit mode, which are all accessible from the controls on the handlebars. The HP4 was also given its own colorway and an HP4 specific tachometer face. Also available at extra cost was a competition and premium package, which also included an HP carbon fiber engine belly pan, side spoilers, and trim, HP folding clutch and brake levers, HP adjustable rider foot pegs, as well as standard forged wheels finished in racing blue metallic, a decal kit, and BMW also offered optional heated grips, a pillion kit, and an anti-theft alarm. And in 2014, the S1000RR saw some more minor updates, and the first race ABS as standard. The handlebars were also slightly modified, as well as some very minor changes to the fairings. And in 2015, the S1000RR saw major improvements and changes. Most notably, the bike now weighed 8.8 pounds less and gained 5.9 horsepower to a claimed output of 198 horsepower. This new power was achieved through reshaping the ports, a new cam profile, lighter valves, and shorter velocity stacks drawing from an even larger airbox. An all-new exhaust system has also been implemented, drawing from the previous year's HP4 system. More options were now available for the 2015 variant as well, including the Dynamic package, which added in BMW's Quick Shift Assist Pro, allowing for clutchless up and down shifts. BMW also introduced a Race package, which gave the user DDC from the HP4, a pro riding mode, as well as launch control, a customizable RPM limiter, and cruise control. BMW again added smoother front wheel lift intervention and a new user mode where the rider is able to customize some defined parameters, allowing for a fully personalized riding experience. More features taken from the HP4 included combined braking, on-the-fly ABS and DTC control, and lean angle sensors that provide a readout on the dash. The 2015 bike's lighter chassis consisted of 4 individual aluminum cast pieces welded together, with the engine tilted forward at a 32-degree angle. There were more geometry changes made as well to the forks, steering head angle, and swing arm pivot. The wheelbase was also lengthened by 0.6 inches. This new updated chassis geometry provided increased rider feedback from the front end and the rear wheel. The visual updates of the S1000RR were also vast, with the asymmetrical headlights being swapped, the high beam now on the left side and the low beam on the right, a softer nose, and an all-new colorway. The muffler was changed to a larger can, while the fairings became more aerodynamically advanced, adding vents and clips to allow for better stability at higher speeds. 2019 was another big year for the S1000RR, as an all-new model was released. These changes included an entirely new engine which claimed 204 horsepower at 13,500 RPM and 83 foot-pound of torque at 11,000 RPM. This new engine features BMW's shift cam technology on the intake side, which varies the intake, the valve timing, and lift, along with many other changes and tweaks, including a dual cam profile which allows the ECU to switch between low and high speed cams at 9,000 RPM in just under 10 milliseconds, which produce a soft low lift short duration cams for low down and mid-range torque, then a more aggressive profile cam for peak power production at higher RPMs. The output shafts are moved by a movable pin engaging in the cam slot in the shaft, which slides the outer camshaft section left and right as needed. BMW claims the addition of this system gives the S1000RR a more linear torque curve than its predecessor. Aside from the power increase, the S1000RR's engine gains a weight loss of nearly 9 pounds and a more compact external design. The exhaust system is also 2.8 pounds lighter, which contribute to a total 24-pound loss in comparison to its predecessor. This brings the overall curb weight to just 434 pounds. In order to control this new impressive power-to-weight improvements, BMW gave the S1000RR a package of electronic suites of rider aids, including ABS Pro, which features cornering ABS, updated traction control systems and wheelie control, along with Shift Assist Pro, which is basically just clutchless up and down shifts, hill assist control, launch control, and a pit lane limiter mode, along with 4 preset riding modes for rain, road, dynamic, and race, as well as 3 pro modes which can be custom tuned and come with a 3-stage engine braking adjustment setting. The chassis has been revamped for the 2019 S1000RR, which is focusing on weight reduction while improving handling. The aluminum frame drops 2.8 pounds of weight and reducing the width of the overall bike by about ½ an inch. BMW also steepened the steering head angle, and the wheelbase has been increased by about 1/3 of an inch. The front suspension decreased in size from 46mm to 45mm, which is claimed to optimize flex and mid-corner feel. Also, the BMW Dynamic Damping Control System semi-active suspension is still available on the S1000RR as an option, which has been enhanced with updated damping settings. The fuel tank and seat design are now slimmer, the front fairing is narrower, and more aerodynamic than its predecessor. Also housing twin symmetrical LED lights, which I'll admit right now is sort of a disappointment. I felt that BMW's crazy eye headlights were a trademarked feature for the S1000RR that I would have liked to see make its way into the new model. However, my favorite update is that the instrumentation now uses a 6.5-inch TFT display, which has 4 preset settings. Also, BMW offers the M package for additional money, the first of any BMW motorcycle, which includes a motorsport paint finish, M carbon fiber wheels, a lightweight battery, a new chassis kit with rear ride height adjustability and swing arm pivot, a new sport seat, and pro riding mode. The package reduces the weight further to just 427 pounds. 11 years ago today, BMW came out with their S1000RR as a way to shake the superbike world. I credit BMW for bringing advanced electronics to the superbike class. I also have to admit that the S1000RR has always been a bike that I've admired. I respect what BMW did with their very first superbike and all of the improvements they've continued to make since then. The S1000RR is an impressive bike that I credit for truly changing the standards of superbikes. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, and bye-bye.
Let me live my life, the one I'd better lead. All the blondes of fantasies, and we looked at them 11 ways. You said, look at me, I looked away.